Museum of Science and History, or MOSH, is a pillar of the community, serving Jacksonville for more than 80 years. This next chapter in the museum's history will be its biggest and boldest yet. Here to tell us what's in store for this summer and the future of the beloved MOSH is the CEO of the Museum of Science and History, Dr. Al Dove, or Al, as we have affectionately come to know each other since yesterday. We were hanging out with you at the MOSH. That was very cool. Also, he's a metal fan, guys. How cool is that? The head honcho at the MOSH totally digs Metallica. I think that's so rad. Okay, so MOSH recently made a big announcement about its plans for a new museum, as we've covered before. So can you update our viewers on the latest details?
Right, so the key thing to know is that this is going to be our last summer at the current location where we've been since 1969. And so we'll be having a summer of celebration and last chance for guests to come out, enjoy the museum's exhibits, share their memories about the museum. Yeah. And then in September, we're going to wrap things up and focus all of our energy on creating the new MOSH experience for the North Bank, opening in 2028.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. The MOSH has been such a big part of my life. Growing up here in Jacksonville, you know, you go to field trips every year there, and I did an internship with the MOSH back in the day too, so it's very, very important to me. I'm so excited about the new MOSH over on the North Bank. So until then, MOSH has one final summer, like you just said, in its location, and you just opened a new exhibition. So tell us about MOSH Archives, the story of us and you.
Yeah, you got the name spot on. So that's perfect. It's going to be our last temporary exhibit before we wrap things up. Okay. But it's really special because this one we're curating on our own. So sometimes we get visiting exhibitions that come from out of town, but for this one we're opening up our collection, bringing out items 90% of which people have never seen before.
Yeah, we have some of it on screen right now.
And then you can come and experience those, and it's a real potpourri. We've got everything. You can see a Beatles record there with a giraffe skull, and we've got some elephant tusks and all manner of objects and we really use this opportunity to explore, why do we collect things? Why do we attach meaning to objects? Right. When does an object become an artifact?
Yeah, when does an object become an artifact?
Well, I think when you attach a story to it, and when it makes you feel something, it's more than the material that makes it up. You see it and it reminds you of something, it evokes something, and it's the start of a conversation.
Just like, okay, right when you walk into the exhibit, right there to the left, there is an old Star Wars metal lunchbox, and it did exactly just that. As soon as I saw that, I was transformed back to being a kid.
And you're not the only one. I've had lots of people, that particular item, that lunchbox, seems to really get it out of people of our generation who maybe had one of those when they were a kid.
Oh, I sure did. Yeah. I had one of those. I had a He-Man one. I think I had a Ninja Turtles one. I just all a bunch of them. So, all right, so what else does MOSH have planned for the summer?
So we have our normal programming. So we have our book club, we have Electro Lounge. So that's our evening music event partnership with WJCT. And we have, we're going to have a celebration. We think the weekend of August 9th and 10th, where people will be able to come out and particularly say goodbye to the old MOSH.
Oh, wow.
And help us celebrate, share their memories, and we'll have a lot of fun. We'll have some food and some music and all sorts of celebrations that weekend.
I think it's going to be very, very cool. And the planetarium is going to be doing all their very cool stuff?
They will. So we have planetarium shows every day. So.
Okay, that's so cool. The planetarium is one of my favorite things. Like, you guys have shows with it too, right?
We do. So we do planetarium shows with stars and galaxies and guided tours of the heavens, but we also use it for laser shows. If you want to come and see an old-fashioned rock and roll laser show, we can do that. But we're mixing it up now with Taylor Swift versions of the laser show as well, which people just love. So.
Absolutely. Well, Al, I do really appreciate it. Guys, get out to the MOSH. And if you want to know any more information, is themosh.org. So make sure you go check it out. It's the final summer that they'll be in the old location. They're going to be moving, and it should be very, very exciting. But for right now, I'm going to send it over